Hey there and welcome. Today, we are going to get super practical. We're taking these big, sometimes confusing universal laws and we're breaking them down into simple, real-world habits you can literally start using the second this is over. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so we're starting with a pretty heavy hitter, Max Planck, the father of quantum theory. And this is so important because it shows that what we're talking about isn't just some fluffy spiritual idea. It's rooted in hard science. At the most basic level, everything in the universe, you, me, the device you're watching this on, is just energy. It's all just vibrating. And that idea is actually a universal law, the law of vibration. It basically says that nothing ever rests. Everything is always moving, always vibrating, and every single thing, including your own thoughts and feelings, has its own unique vibrational frequency. This is the foundation, you guys. This is the primary law that drives everything else. Now, that brings us to a really crucial point, one that gets mixed up all the time when people talk about the famous law of attraction. It turns out, the law of attraction, well, it isn't really the one in the driver's seat. Here's how it really works, and it's actually super simple. The law of vibration is the cause. It's your personal frequency that you're broadcasting all the time through your feelings and thoughts. The law of attraction, that's just the effect. It's the law that basically acts like a cosmic manager, just responding to your vibration and bringing you more of whatever you're putting out there. And this quote from the legendary Bob Proctor just hits the nail on the head. This is the big aha moment. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. It's not about wishing harder or wanting something more desperately. The real work is in changing your state of being, changing your actual vibration. Let me give you an analogy that makes this crystal clear. Think of yourself as a radio. If you want to listen to the station that plays all the happy, abundant, joyful music, let's call it 105.5 FM, you just can't hear it if your dial is stuck on 97.7 FM, the station that plays nonstop frustration and scarcity. See, the goal isn't to yell at the radio to change the song. The goal is to consciously, deliberately retune your own dial. So the big question is, how do we actually do that? How do we retune that dial in the middle of a busy, chaotic life? Well, that's exactly what this is all about. We're going to move from theory into practice with a toolkit of 4 really simple habits you can start using today. All right, so where do we begin? We start with the absolute foundation, a practice from researchers like Greg Braden. It's all about creating something called heart-brain coherence. And that's a real, measurable, physiological state where your heart and your brain are in sync, which puts you in a naturally high vibration. And the technique itself is so simple. First, you just touch the center of your chest. This simple physical act brings your awareness right to your heart. Step 2, you slow your breathing down, just a little deeper than normal, and imagine you're breathing in and out through your heart. And finally, step 3, you feel a feeling of gratitude. Think about your pet, a friend, a beautiful memory, anything. Just 3 minutes of this can literally change your body's chemistry for hours. Now, building on that, our second habit is about making gratitude an active, on-the-go practice. Look, most of us don't have time to sit down for 30 minutes every morning with a journal, right? But that's okay. Gratitude is a frequency, and you can tune into it anytime, anywhere. I mean, just think about all the little pockets of time in your day. You can feel gratitude while you're walking the dog, or as you're making your morning coffee. You could send a quick voice note to a friend telling them why you appreciate them. You can do it in the car, or even while you're brushing your teeth. It's about weaving these little moments of high frequency into the day you already have. Our next habit is one of my absolute favorites. It's this beautiful idea of romanticizing the mundane. This is all about taking those everyday chores, the things that feel boring or like a drag, and turning them into moments of actual joy and presence. And this quote just makes it so real. Instead of mindlessly rushing through folding the laundry, what if you put on your favorite playlist? What if you took a second to actually smell the clean clothes and just be in that moment? It's about making a conscious choice to find the beauty in the small stuff, and that simple choice instantly raises your vibration. Okay, so we've got these awesome habits for shifting our feelings in the moment, but how do we keep that vibration high when life gets busy and distracting? We need an anchor, something that keeps us focused throughout the day. This is where a super simple but crazy powerful tool from Bob Proctor comes in, the goal card. You just take a small index card and you write your main goal on it, but you write it in the present tense as if it's already happened. Something like, I am so happy and grateful now that I am, and then you fill in the blank. So how does it work? It's all about repetition. You carry this card with you everywhere, in your pocket or your wallet. And every single time your hand touches it, that's your cue. You take a second and you flash the image of your goal already accomplished on the screen of your mind. By doing this over and over, you impress this new reality onto your subconscious mind and keep your vibration locked in on where you want to go. All right, we've come to the final, crucial piece of this puzzle. We've tuned our energy with our heart, we've focused our mind with the goal card, but we live in a physical world. We need a bridge between our inner world and our outer reality, and that bridge is action. But not just any old action. We're talking about inspired action. This isn't about hustling and grinding yourself into the ground. This is about learning to listen to those intuitive nudges, that sudden idea to call someone, or that random urge to go to a certain coffee shop. It's the next logical step that just feels easy, natural, and right. It comes from a place of flow, not a place of force. And you can literally feel the difference in your body. Inspired action feels light, effortless, almost like a current is pulling you along. It's energizing. Forced action feels heavy. It feels like a struggle, like you're trying to push a giant boulder uphill. It comes from all those anxious, I should do this. Learning to tell the difference is a total game changer. And just like that, your toolkit is complete. It really is a simple 3-step dance. You tune your vibration using your heart, you focus your mind using a simple goal, and then you just listen for and follow those inspired nudges. That's it. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Your current reality, everything in your life right now, is a perfect reflection of your past vibration. And that's not good or bad. It's not a judgment. It just is. But the most incredible, powerful news is that you, right now, in this moment, have the power to choose a new vibration. So the only real question left is, what new reality will you start creating today?